Hello, I'm Arthur Bletchley and I'm a Chartered Valuation Surveyor with Be Valued Limited in Cardiff. And in this presentation, I'm going to talk about an RICS home survey level 2 with valuation for a home buyer in South Wales. And it's a bit of an Xmas bumper case because there's a catalogue of defects to discuss. So here I am outside with a Sava student. She's been shadowing me for almost 12 months now. And we're doing this first floor flat. Here's the external stairs going up, and they're not compliant with current building regulations. The gaps exceed the maximums permitted, and so these stairs are unsafe. The door going into the porch is of single glazed glass, and that is also unsafe. And here we are inside the porch. There's a glass screen here, single glazed glass. That's unsafe. I know the client's got a young child, and so we've got to be particularly careful. The two entrance doors from the porch into the flat are also both single glazed glass, not safety glass, and are thermally inefficient. Here's the electrics. Old cartridge consumer box, definitely got to be replaced. Need a competent electrician to come and quote for replacing that and doing any additional rewiring and improvements. Central heating is by a Baxi Bermuda gas fire and back boiler. Here's the control panel for the latter. This is unlikely to have legs. It's got to be checked by a gas safe engineer, and need to get a quote for replacing the boiler with a new one, and may have to get permission from the landlord to put a hole through the external wall or somewhere, because obviously it's a lease. And because there's a back boiler here, we know that it's an indirect water supply. Here's the cold water tank. It's galvanized iron. These have a reputation for pitting, going rusty, and flooding without notice. So that's got to be replaced, whatever happens to the boiler, straight away. And below that is the hot water tank. Sorry, it's a little out of focus. There's no insulation to it. And here's the gas supply. You'll see that there's gas pipes there, and below the meter there's old floor tiles, and they or their adhesive may contain asbestos. That's got to be checked by a gas safe engineer. Here's the kitchen. The cooker has been installed in such a way that there's insufficient worktop width to the left hand side of the oven. It's unsafe. As I said, we've got a young child in the flat. There's a risk of scalds. That the kitchen's got to be reorganized. You may have noticed in the first photograph that there was no lube vent for an extractor fan, so that's just a filter. It's going to produce condensation inside, and also in the bathroom there's no extractor fan. So those are a couple of matters for the electrician to deal with. Here we are up in the loft, and here's the overflow tank for the central heating, and you'll see that there's some pipe work there which is not lagged. Insulation here is below current standards, and if you look at the roofing felt, you can see that it's original. It's probably about 50 years old. It's reaching the end of its useful life, and so we need to be budgeting for re-roofing the complete block here. So if you're buying a residential property, you should commission an RICS home survey. If people tell you that you're buying a flat and you needn't worry about the external repairs, just do not listen to them. You should commission an RICS home survey. Obviously, this property was occupied by an elderly vendor, and the property is now empty. There's far too many empty homes in this country, and we should be doing our utmost to recycle them, to keep them in beneficial use. It's very important that we bring on the young generation. There's a lot of work to do in this country as regards housing. We haven't got enough surveyors, so cast a shadow. Thank you very much for listening.